Ain't that spacey, guys? Yeah, we have Vecto released, and this is one of my favorite ambient pad sound. It's called Slow Vecto Pad Choir. We just released a Vecto 1.0.2, which has VST3 support, over 230 presets, which are also a contribution by Sanjini, which you could earlier download, excuse me, from the YouTube video. That's some time ago. So I want to play some of the presets, and this one is very, very nice, isn't it? So I started with a nice chord. Yeah, it's in the chat room I see, yeah, it's only 2 oscillators. Yeah, less is more in some cases. It's combining essentially a pad sound which is created in oscillator 1. Pretty, and you see if it combines with something else, it's totally different impression. So, and the other one is this choir. And combined, you see, combined, it's a total different story, isn't it? And what is also important, not to play too many notes, then it gets too full. So I have 3 above here, and then I leave 2 up here and play the bass down here. So let go of the bass, again 3 here. I think this one will be wrong. Yeah, nice, isn't it? So it's just a few notes what I play. So it's F minor, and then I go to the S. Okay, now I'm lost. What I do? I forgot what I'm doing. So at first is F minor, and then. So you see, only a few notes give really a big impression. If you play too much, the whole sound is not big anymore. That's a very strange thing with pad sounds, is that less is more. And if you spread out the notes, then it's a 7 chord. Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure. I know a little bit of music, but I'm not so fast in explaining how things are. So I know that's. So what I did is the F minor. But I played it up here, so then it slides. And if you add down the bass, once you go to the next chord, it gives this deep low thing added to it. And so and then I go to S, so F. But I don't play these 3 notes up here, but then I do make 2 notes. You see? Then I simply go one down. Then to C minor. So it's something for a film score, isn't it? So yeah, Vector is great for ambient. So we'll release version 1.2.0. Here you can see Vector 1.2.0. We added a lot of things. Last mentioned what I did. This, by the way, uses the new filter 12 dB zero latency filter. And yeah, it's this oscillator one, this saw combined with the choir. So you combine essentially two synthesizers. This would be, for instance, in an older studio, you would have an analog synthesizer, which would do this. And then you would have a sampler. You would pick an EMU or an Akai, and you put a nice choir. And then now you have it inside one synthesizer. You have a big sounds. Okay, so then there are other ones. So these are the new ones. So also new in Vecto. So there are over 230 presets. Inside of it is the Sangini project, and I'm going to play a few of them. So these are 122 presets. And for some people who don't watch the YouTube video, for them this is new stuff. But for the people who regularly see the live stream, know that this also was in a download some weeks ago for Vecto, and lovely created presets by Sangini. I will play some of them because very good stuff inside of it. So yeah, ambient, it's a very thing for ambient music. Vecto is great. So then new, if you go to the manager, you can click order by date. That is also new. So then you see the latest presets pop up, and I may give them a star because then I know for sure that these are new ones. Space sound. Nice sound, isn't it? Glass Lake synth. It's very nice. All for ambient. Yeah, and last week, you remember this plucked sound? See, very long reverb. That one is also inside. Very nice reverb. And of course, that's a cool thing. We always have top-notch reverb on board in our plugins. Really, if you would have that outboard, it would cost quite a few bucks. Yeah, and this one is a troll pad. And I have a space station pad. So it's really ambient space station. I believe this one's also has also a bit of choir. So I see more people dropping in, playing some of the new sounds. You can download Vector already. You also can download the Explorer 6. It's also available with the updated Vector. It has also some other products updated. So if it's maybe a long time ago that you downloaded Explorer 6, download the last installer and run it. And then we will have Vector. And Vector is now also VST 3. So that's also cool. Let's see, and let's see if there's more. Yeah, last week we created live this ambient sweep, so that one is also inside of it. Cool, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just play a few of my own sounds. Cluster melodrama chord. That one uses the chord memory down here. Nice, isn't it? Yeah. So okay. Then this is more a Fairlight sound. Yeah. And what is more? Yeah, the Granular is now new. In this one uses Granular here. You can, if you have a sample, you can click Granular and then you see Granular size, lengths, and random. This has a little bit the vibe of, that's what some people say, Vector reminds them on the Prophet VS, the Wave Station, D50 type of sounds. Of course, it doesn't have these sounds, but it has this vibe. Of course, you combine yes, sampled waveforms together with normal waveforms. Synth and strings. These are, yeah. So the afterbeat sounds. I don't know, it's okay. This is also nice also. Yeah, and we also have MPE support, which means if you have a Rolly keyboard, well, I can show you here. Here's a Rolly keyboard that I created some presets for the Rolly keyboard, and they are in the bank called 10 MPE presets. I have not connected it yet, but maybe I can show it the next time. Okay, ARP sounds, some new ARP sounds. Okay, it's nice as an arpeggiator. If you look at the arpeggiator, it isn't having this sophisticated. It's essentially a very basic arpeggiator, but still you can do some cool things with it. So if you have a beat, let's see if we can start a beat. Okay. Okay, I need to have a loop. Ah, there's a bass. Okay, I need to put on the loop. So I made some another one. Okay, these are all arpeggiator sounds. Let's see what this one is. Hear this one? This is having also percussion. It's a nice addition sound. So if you would play it now with only the bass and only there's one other sequence and the drums, and now I kick it in. It's a nice filling sound. Then you hear something and you don't know what it is. So this is called pole dancer. Yeah, and then we have the insane bell. My glasses from upstairs are coming to life. can see even with this very basic arpeggiator, you can do some cool things. So, oh yeah, this one is also wild. Isn't that wild? So you can, oh yeah, watch out if you have a cat, watch out. If you play this preset, your cat might jump to the screen because you want to catch this little dot. Cool, isn't it? So, and then we have rhythm sounds. There's one which is very cool, which I want to show you. That's also a new one. Patching Synths number 3, it's called. Listen to this one. It's a kind of Doctor Who, isn't it? And this one uses the other cool features there, so that you can, if you have a sample like a hi-hat, you can re-trigger it inside the oscillator so that it re-triggers on 1/8 note. And this is another one, re-triggers also on 1/4 dotted note, and this one is also on a different beat. And then there is this synthesizer oscillator here, which does the rest. This is a bit like Doctor Who. And some people might think, why does this synth look so different from the other ones? Well, the reason for that is because it came over from as a rack extension. And by the way, we update also the rack extension, but that will take a few more days before it's available in the shop as a free update. And then you will have also the new presets and these new features in the rack extension. So the rack extension had one format. You could not go to different pages. So, and that's of course what you see here. Everything is visible. And you see a pitch bend and a modulation wheel. That's also typical rack extension. But still, you see, even if you don't have trillion pages, you have a lot of options in Vecto. And we dedicated Vecto, was really a dedicated synth only for reason. But then people saw the video on YouTube about Vector rack extension, and they said, oh, I want to have that one on the VST. So that's when it came out. And now, you see, we updated it again and give it a some new features and new presets. So we have also the Sangini project. Very cool preset. This one is funny. Uses also the claps you hear. So there's some very cool features inside. So it's also cool synth if you create, for instance, music for games or something like that. So now here the Sangini also uses the re-trigger option in the oscillators for if you use a sample. Okay, so let's play another few. Oh, this one is also nice sounds. It's a pet sound. Space Monks. So if you use that in a beat, it can be very interesting as a kind of interval sound. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? So this is a bank with 122 presets. This one uses the chord, but you see 6 notes are used, but they are strumming. So very cool. FX sounds are also on board. So very interesting bank, some very, very, very cool presets. Hold time. So I'm playing now one of the new presets which are in Vecto. New are, of course... Oh, what's this? Okay, the weather pops up. We have new presets also from Tonal Axis. And some very nice thing. Optimus. Listen to this one. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, as you see, I gave some a star so that I remember to play them, because I can't play them all, of course. Nice flute. Okay. This is also a funny one. This is a score gone wrong. Okay. Again, ambient sound. Moves around. Okay, this one. So you see this XY goes from the one oscillator to another oscillator. So this tonal bank 2, and in number 1 of Tonal Axis, there's also new stuff. So if you click order by date, you will have, I thought it was about 15 new ones. Let's play a few. Floating Without Wings is a very nice one. Also nice ambient sound, isn't it? This is an FX sound. And some might wonder why are there 3 dots, but that's because it's in polyphonic mode. So each note has its own movement. So I play now 3 notes, and you see each note has its own movement. This is the poly mode. Polyphonic mode. There's also something for a game. So yeah, it's so rich, this synthesizer. It's maybe a bit underrated by some users, or not discovered yet, but it's a very cool machine. Ambiento. Okay, let's play that one. Also ambient type of sound. Yeah, and then of course, guys, we also have new Jamal presets. Ain't that cool? So 40 new Jamal presets, and I picked some of the new ones for you. Left, right. Yeah, some very special stuff inside of it. So I'm playing grains. He did also work with the grains. So very cool effect sounds, which are, I mean, these type of sounds you don't get from a, let's say, a Predator or a BIT. So each synthesizer in our collection has its own style, its own power, you know? Grainy bell. So really brilliant stuff. So 40 sounds. From Jamal. So I'm just playing a few of them. But that's what you can do with the new version. You go to the Jamal 03 bank, you click order by date, and then the 40 latest ones will pop up first. Okay, Revolt, this one. So with drumming, okay, let's see how that works with it. Okay, I had that one. Yeah, isn't that cool? So Vecto, Granular, over 230 presets, new ones, VST3 support. It also is the NKS compatible, so we did that as well. Updated the NKS installer. Okay, so yeah, and what I did this starting is making a little groove. And then I want to show you also, apart from Vecto, we're going to continue with Vecto, but I had this one, and that's maybe an idea. Sometimes you do things, and so I had this Predator 2 thing here. It's now muted, so it's a, okay, I show it. Here it's Predator 2, it's a sound. And I found it not interesting. Until, you see here, this one here, this little thing, until I played something above it. So it's a very boring sequence. And then I played something above it. You see here, that's the layer. And then it became much interesting. So then sometimes, by simply doing these kind of things, just playing around, really playing around, you get interesting ideas. So what I would do then is, I would join that together. So let's do that. What I would do with something like that, I would glue this together, and then you need to have the grid on the beat, and then I would say, okay, let's see where it starts, there. And let's see, and then I would look into doing something with it, and most likely this is the other one I throw away. So just by playing around, you run into something which is cool, and then you continue on something which is, let's see if it works. And then again, let's see if that works. Okay. yeah, that could work. And then I still would think, okay, I'm not sure if the sound is fully okay. So I'm just freaking now. Okay, sorry for that, but... So now it's much better. And then I could see, just change here. Maybe an LFO on it. And now maybe it misses some other things, which we could do with BIT or just going back to Vecto. Where is it again? And then looking for an additional Arpeggiator sound. Well, I had this other one, this one. Useful, but it sounds nice. So my point was more, of course, it's not still okay, but my point is sometimes you freak around and then you need to stop and then pick that part which is interesting and move on with that. So even if you start out with something which is boring, which was happening with this Predator 2 sound, you can, yeah, sometimes you play over it and then suddenly it gets interesting. It's, as Bob Ross would call it, a lucky accident. And music is full of lucky accident, at least in my cases. Okay, let's see what the chat room is saying. So, maybe I missed a name. I don't know. Yeah, some people came in later. And it started, of course, with a very nice pad sound. Because I think, yeah, I mean, Vecto is special because it combines samples with regular waveforms. And you have this XY pad where you can mix between the four oscillators. So now I'm in the... Oh, I had also new pad sounds, yeah. Vintage pad. Melodrama. Oh, that's a nice pad sound. You see the combination of a vocal sound, something metallic. So this only uses samples. Yeah, cool, isn't it? So these are also pad sound, which you can use a... Oh, this one was also nice, the notchy spring pad. This one uses the regular oscillators. So that's the combination. This is really a synth sound, which could be done with BIT, for instance, or Predator 2. But then, yeah, the cool thing is that you hear inside Vecto, you can combine it with other stuff, samples, which are strange things. Like this one uses a tambourine. You hear the tambourine? This is, of course, tempo-based. The vector, the movement is also synced to 1 bar. So the movement in total is 1 bar. So if I play again, okay, the bass. Are you down here? You hear the tambourine. So really have a weird thing going on. That makes, I think, Vecto so powerful. Pythagoras. Oh, I don't see the... Yeah, so 230 presets. You will find them, and we in the info section, if you go to the download page, in the info section can read where the new presets are. So you see, for instance, you go to ambient and then you click order by date, you have all these new ones. If you go to Jamal in bank 3, you click on order by date, you have all the new Jamal ones. If you go to Tonal Axis, we just played them. Well, this is a new bank, bank 2. So what we do, each bank, we don't go beyond 128 presets, although you can fit in total 275, but then, yeah, the problem is then it gets too long, the list, so we keep it always 128 so that you also can use program change, for instance. So here, the new ones, you can see order by date, and you see I picked some of them. So there you can find them. Then we have, of course, the Sangini project, which I played a few of them. Some very cool things inside of it. Very distant, very weird things also. Very cool effects. It's a cool synthesizer for if you're doing After Effects or that kind of things, or horror movies or game music for games. So yeah, a lot of things inside of it. The new features are then again this grain. If a sample is activated in your oscillator, you see here this is a normal saw waveform. Then grain is grayed out, so that means that it's not working, of course, on a sample. But once you select a sample, one of these samples, you see the grain is, you can make it active. And then once you make it active, it appears here grain size, length, and random. And even the offset, the start offset of a sample can be adjusted inside of this one. So yeah, that's then the other features are different mono modes with lower priority or high priority legato, multi MPE, which means the multi mode if you have a Rolly keyboard, the MPE compatible. So it's also MPE compatible now. So yeah, as you can see, it's a lot. Okay, in Sangini Project Bank, please pay the Vox organ sound. Okay, let's go to this bank. Then I should not order by date, but then it goes back to alphabetic organ. Okay. Project Bank. Oh, please. Fox organ sounds. I need to see. So it starts it with the letter V, or is it? I don't see it yet. I can't use Vox search on Vox. Oh, there are many Vox, but not the one we are looking for. So maybe you can help me out, Winston, if you see which number it is, because I don't see it. That's typically me. A lot of letters. Yeah, I have an organ. Oh, these are different ones. Cool organ. So these are big organs. Yeah, sorry, voices organ. Voices organ with a V. But there's no V. Oh, these ones. That one. That one has a chord. Okay. This is a more spacey organ. Like reverse. Yeah, so you will have fun. So if you own the Explorer 6, download the Explorer 6, because we added also VST3 support for RP delay. Also for Vecto, it is now VST3. And then you will have, of course, this beautiful new Vecto with some very cool new sounds. Here, maybe here I had another one. That was another. This is a bit like a Fairlight type of. Yeah, and of course, the cool thing is that we have this high quality reverb inside all our products. So you don't need to go outboard or buy another high quality reverb, which we also have, of course, with Opera Reverb. But you have within the patch, but you really can create the sound with reverb to give it this this special. It doesn't break the sound. If you have a reverb which is low quality, it really breaks down the sound. And this one really adds space to it, like in this one. So if I shut down the reverb, you will hear without reverb. Yeah, dry, isn't it? And now with reverb. Very nice, mellow sound. Magic Twinkle, this one I called. So yeah, guys, a lot of cool stuff. I'm checking the chat room here. Maybe anybody has a question on Vecto. I think I played a lot of the... yeah, here's this one. This one has a... extremely big reverb. And you see the tail is so nice. So if I shut down... So if I play this now, without reverb... Now I put on the reverb, and you hear how much it adds. Long tail. And you can go even insane lengths. Yeah, we use the same algorithm. Talking about a long reverb. So if I only have this one. And then I made the USD bass. Where's the bass? Here's the bass. Let's make the bass. I'll make a dog. You have a very dry sound, and if you put on that one the sound with a lot of reverb, then it really gets spacey. Okay, where is it? Space out if I don't shut it down. Okay. Oh, very dry. So this is totally dry. This is dry as the Sahara, and this is wet as England, you know, rain. Yeah, well, I mean, reverb is really a tool, and of course the ambient guys know this pretty much. So it essentially really could be a part of the sound, and it's also in this what I played, of course, in the start of the live stream. I played these chords, and this one, this pad sound with the string, also has the very long reverb. And what we started this live stream with this sound, and what it made it so typical, if you play this sound, if you shut down oscillator 2, which is this sequoia, the first sound is very swirly pad sound, and the other sound is the choir. And the typical thing together, then it blends, then it gets this typical sound. Then you hear one choir, but the choir is very deep. You don't hear the pad below it. So for ambient music, this is absolutely, and of course what I mentioned, it's a very different synth, very, very cool. So yeah, if you have the Explorer 6, you will enjoy it, or if you have maybe Vecto, definitely will enjoy this new update. Okay, so yeah, guys, you see, yeah, Tonal is also in the chat room. Hi, Richard. His name is Richard. Tonal Axis created some very nice patches for. You find them here. Tonal Axis inside Vecto. We played a few of them. Yeah. Good. The about the live stream, you will find this live stream. Maybe you are a bit too late. You will find it in the playlist live stream. Normally I do also, now I add timestamps. So tomorrow I will add timestamps. You can also watch the live stream from a few weeks back. And that is what I'm doing currently. Next week we will have the last live stream, and then I will have my annual leave. So I will be doing something else on the Thursday. So next week we have the last live stream, and then you will see me back in which date? That will be in July, 15 July. You would see me back then. So, but next week I'm there. If you maybe have a special request on what we should do with the live stream, just let me know. Send an email to info@papen.com, and it's always fun. I hope you enjoyed it. We go out, of course, with Tom. And Tom wrote me. I had to laugh. So, guys, be prepared. Okay, where is it? Tom wrote, "Hello Rob, let's try a ballad this week for slow dancing in the chat room. Enjoy, Tom." So I hope you have your muscles free and ready to do some dancing, some slow dancing in the chat room. Here it comes. So yeah, thanks for watching, by the way. See you next week, and stay safe and enjoy creating music, and most of all, enjoy the new Vecto. Bye, guys. And we go out with Summer Sipping by Tom Aldrich.